students, I hope you all are doing well. In this section of my video, I'll be going through the concept of chapter number 2, units and measurement. The major topic is dimensional analysis. Now, what is dimensional analysis? Dimensional analysis is actually a logic with the help of which every given relation in the physics can be expressed in terms of its dimension. We are already familiar with the units that each physical quantity has its unit. For example, force has a unit Newton, area has a unit meter square. Now it may be considered that there are two different physical quantities which have different unit, but there may be a possibility that each have a similar dimension. In the concept of dimension, you have to note down and you have to take into account that while calculating a dimension, you should be very thorough with the relations. Now let us go through a concept that how we are required to calculate the dimension and in what form we have to represent it. Now we have three fundamental quantities. One is mass, other one is length, and third one is time. So in order to express the formulas, the physical quantities, we will be using mass, length and time as the basic fundamental quantities to express them in dimension. That is, each of the physical quantity or relations can be expressed in terms of mass, length and time. There are various other terms also which is being utilized for representing the dimension, but we will be going through in the next section. Now let us suppose we calculate the area of square as well as area of rectangle. As we know that the area of square is side square and side can be expressed in length. Therefore, in place of side, I will put L as dimension, which is square. So the dimension of area of square comes out to be L square. Now calculating the area of rectangle, again area of rectangle can be expressed as length multiplied by breadth. Therefore, area, substituting dimension in terms of length and breadth as length, can be expressed in terms of length only, giving the dimension L. Breadth can also be measured in terms of length, so putting the dimension of breadth as L. So you have the dimension of area of rectangle as L square. Now as you have observed in this exemplar that the formulas for the calculation of areas are different. In square we are using side square, while in rectangle I am using length into breadth. While on calculating the dimension, we had observed that the dimension of area in both the cases are coming similar. So the major advantage of calculating a dimension is that while you are calculating a dimension of a particular physical quantity, you may remember any one relation for that for just calculation of dimension. In order, if you are calculating area of any other thing, you can directly calculate its dimension by this single relation also. So the formulas may be different, but the dimension will always be same. Similarly, if you will calculate dimension of volume, which is length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height, putting dimension for all these parameters, we have L, L and L. That is the dimension of volume comes out to be L cube. Using any other relation, In terms of volume, if you are calculating the volume of cylinder, volume of cone, any other geometrical figure, you will observe that the dimension of volume comes out to be L cube for all those cases. So you can use different relation, you can use different values for the calculation of dimensions. So this was the basic concept behind the calculation of dimensions. I hope you have understood this topic well. Thank you.